This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there. Jeff Cutter welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. Well, I had a big position in June, talking on June 1st and 2nd about two nice defensemen, Paul Coffey and Barry Robinson. Of course, you can kind of guess the link was, and this is true. The link was they both were former members of a certain OHL team, and the same guy who I'm talking about today was another defenseman on that team. His name is Alan MacInnis. He played for the Flames and the Blues, just two teams in his professional career. And actually, well, he spent 23 years, but he spent roughly 14 with Calgary and 10 with St. Louis. Well, he spent a lot of years with Calgary and St. Louis. Both teams, 10 years. He was a first-round pick in the 1981 draft by the Flames. He was a 12-time All-Star and the Conn Smythe winner in 1989, as seen in the picture. He won the Norris in 1999 and was named one of the greatest players in history. MacInnis was known for having one of the hardest shots in the NHL. He tied an OHL record set by Bobby Orr for most goals in a season by a defenseman and won 2 OHL championships and a Memorial Cup. He became the 4th defenseman to get 100 points in a season and was part of the 2002 team that got Canada the gold medal after 50 years. MacInnis would be forced to retire due to an eye injury, but he was elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility in 2007. His number 2 is retired by the Blues, and the Flames honor his number as well. He is the senior advisor to the GM and got his name engraved on the Stanley Cup in 2019. So anyway, MacInnis was born in Nova Scotia. MacInnis would join the Regina Blues of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, basically the farm team of the Regina Pats in the WHL. He would play for Regina. But then something clicked, and he decided to move to Ontario and play into the Muscular Diller League of the OHL. And he joined this team. And you know what I'm going to say? Kitchener! That's right, he was a Kitchener Ranger. He helped Kitchener get the 1981 OHL title. They got to the Memorial Cup. They lost the final to Cornwall, if memory serves me right. And MacInnis was basically a good defensive prospect. He was picked 15th overall in the 1981 draft. The Flames got him to training camp, but they didn't think he could crack the roster. When you look back at the 14 people who were picked before him, there were 6 defensemen. Colorado, in their last season before heading to New Jersey, took up Joe Sorella. Yeah. The Leafs took Jim Benning. It was okay, but Benning could have been much better. I think he's better known as a GM and all that. The Rangers took James Patrick, which isn't a bad pick. I mean, yeah, I'm biased a little bit to the New York Rangers, but like James Patrick wasn't bad. Vancouver took Garth Butcher, who was nothing but a butcher. Randy Moeller was picked by the Quebec Nordiques. Yeah, okay, maybe. And Ron Meehan was picked by the Minnesota North Stars. Man, lots of teams had a chance for Al MacInnis, and Calgary snatched them up. 15th overall. Let's not forget that this was the draft that had Dale Hawerchuk, number 1 pick. That was the number 1 pick. Bobby Carpenter, Ron Francis, Mark Hunter, Grant Fuhr. They were all drafted ahead of him. Tragically, Boston's 14th pick was Norman Lavallée. And unfortunately, he would have a brain hemorrhage in his second season in the NHL and basically lose things. And he has paralysis on the left side. But he came back during that farewell to Boston Garden in 1995 and basically got a standing ovation. So yeah, so that wasn't so bad. So he went back to junior. And basically he helped the Kitchener Rangers do well and win the Memorial Cup in 1982, which was amazing. Oh, you should have, if I was alive back then and all that. But I wasn't. Anyway, he actually played in Kitchener in 83 and again was a first team All-Star, scoring 38 goals in one season, which was the OHL record for goals by a defenseman. However, that's not the case now. It's Brian Fogarty's 47. MacInnis would actually spend 17 games with the Flames through 3 seasons, even though he was still with the Rangers in junior. He would score his first NHL points against the Leafs. He would actually play in the Central Hockey League to start the 84 season before he came up for 51 games and did pretty well. He was a finalist for the Norris 89, 90, 91, but failed. I think twice was it that Bork got him for that? Anyway, MacInnis would be huge in the 1989 playoffs, pardon, when the Flames went on that run to win the Stanley Cup for Lanny. So anyway, MacInnis' 31 points led the team and subsequently was given the Conn Smythe Trophy for MVP in the playoffs. He would score 9 points, 4 goals, 5 assists in 6 games in the finals against Montreal. MacInnis actually became the first defenseman ever to lead the league in postseason scoring. And he actually had a 17-game scoring streak, the longest by defenseman ever. Wow, that's amazing. So anyway, MacInnis finished second amongst NHL defensemen in scoring in 1990. He improved himself. He would become the Calgary Flames all-time point leader, surpassing Kent Nielsen back in 1991. After the Flames just couldn't get out of the first round of the playoffs, MacInnis was looking for a change. The Flames made an offer of $2.5 million a year for MacInnis. He decided to sign an offer sheet with St. Louis for $3.5 million. Because MacInnis was a restricted free agent, the Blues decided to send Phil Housley and 2 second-round picks to Calgary for compensation, which wasn't a bad idea. Housley did okay. MacInnis said his decision to leave Calgary was not easy and all that. He wanted a new challenge, not just the money. So he left Calgary after 11 NHL seasons, leading the franchise with 822 points in history and assists 603, and leading in playoff points. His number 2 was raised to the rafters in Calgary in 2012, but it's not officially retired. MacInnis would play well for St. Louis and finally won the Norris Trophy in 1999. MacInnis was going to be named captain of the Blues permanently in 2003. However, he had vision problems because he had a detached retina in one eye. Basically, he decided to retire September 2005 because of the injury. And on my 21st birthday, 2006, Al MacInnis' number 2 was retired by the Blues. Kind of weird, don't you think? So it would be great and all that. Al MacInnis is an icon. I like him because he's a former Kitchener Ranger. What do you expect? So anyway, MacInnis has 4 kids. Carson, Ryan, Lauren, and Riley with his wife Jackie. Ryan actually played for the Kitchener Rangers. That's right. I remember him playing in one of the NHL video games. And was drafted by the Coyotes. I don't know where he is now. But anyway, MacInnis actually remains involved with his hometown in Port Hood, Nova Scotia. And he was actually named the 3rd best Nova Scotia athlete in history behind Sidney Crosby and Colleen Jones. So yeah, he played a few years for Kitchener. I like that. You know, winning a Memorial Cup for us. 4 first-team All-Stars, the Conn Smythe Trophy in 89, a Stanley Cup champion in 89 as a player for the Flames, and 2019 as an executive for the Blues, Norris Trophy in 99. You know what? Good on him. So Ryan was drafted second in the second round and all that. He only has 1 point in 26 games in the NHL. Oh, he played for Columbus. So he's playing for Columbus now. He's still at Columbus, I guess. All right. What is it about Columbus? So anyway, yeah. Al MacInnis, basically the wicked slap shot and all that. Part of the 4 defensemen of the Kitchener Rangers apocalypse. With Paul Coffey, Larry Robinson, and Scott Stevens. Let's not forget that Al MacInnis' booming shot probably was too hard to handle. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.